another super interesting deck list. This is Felix up, top 8 cut at the PLAYMATS Cup Red Edition. As you can see, we'll be featuring all the top cut deck lists up until top 16, I think, up to first place. So stay tuned. We're gonna be joined by the winners, the second place and the third place at the cup. So we're gonna have some really interesting content getting out on your way. So stay tuned. And as you can see, Felix decided to bring one of the strategies that was slaughtered at the last ban list with Union Carrier down to 0 and Ben 10 down to 1. But basically with the Diviner and the rank 1 XYZ got back into the competitive play. So Drytron. And now shout out to a sponsor, the first one being GRAAD, the best grading company in Europe, which offers grading services in all languages and all OCG, TCG version of the card you might have or need, which is launching a brand new campaign that you will totally love. This is basically a new cover that fits perfectly the card without the need of a sleeve in order to see the beauty of your cards and to have an endless protection. Check them out. The second one is ScrollandLock Gaming, which is a safe place to every YGO lover and player. Basically in there, they offer tournaments for money and not for money, just for entertainment, in every format you might want, need or desire. That's a great opportunity to improve as a player and also to make friends in the best community for YGO players ever made. And last but not least, we have PLAYMAT per TUTTI. They produce amazing custom playmats where you can send your own drawing or images, making it on your own and making the playmat your playmat. I've played with them. They're really amazing because they offer best quality for their products and you definitely got to try playing with them. All our sponsors link are going to be in the description down below, so don't forget to go check them out. Obviously, we start with the main package, which is Drytron slash Fairy package, which is consistent of 3 Diviners of the Herald, one of the best cards in the deck, basically the best normal summon in the deck, 3 Alpha and 2 Deltas, 2 Gammas and 3 Zeta. The only unusual choice basically is 2 Delta, but I think he wanted just, to see more names and be able just to have 2 cards in order to make Anaconda and go for the Dragoon, which is I just spoiled what it was the spicy choice, but here's what it is. Plus obviously the Herald package, 2 Evas and 3 Herald of the Orange, which is pretty standard, I would say. Moving on to the original package, I want to go for 1 Ben 10, obviously because you're forced to, 1 Ayrton, 1 Natasha and 1 Herald of Ultimateness, which is pretty standard. The lineup could include the big Drytron virtual monster, but I wanted to cut it out in order, I think, to get some more space and introduce the last package. I would say for the main monsters and the spells, which is the Red as Fusion package, so the broken package with 2 PRIX, Devil Magician, and Red as Black. And we close off the monsters with obviously the Dragoon package with Dark Magician and Red as Black Dragoon, plus the first spell obviously is going to be Red as Fusion. Yeah, I decided, wanted to have this sort of possibility to get to a really big monster, really good boss monster, even when drawled or ashed at the right places. So I just wanted to be able to get on to boss monster even through a lot of interruptions. Basically, if the strategy brought him up to 8th place or top 8, I think the right call, and it paid off. We'll keep going with basically standard Drytron packaging for 3 Cyber Emergencies, 3 Novas, obviously, 1 Materialist, and the 1 Field Spell. What Field Spell is the most unusual choice because you don't get to see it that much these days. But in my opinion, I just wanted to maximize the possibility to see the cards and the monsters and the different names basically as much as I possibly could in order to be able at least to get to an Anaconda that meant Dragoon. Next, you get 3 Pause Prosperity, which is one of the biggest cards, most useful cards in the deck. Some players play the Preparation of Rights, but the Pause Prosperity is really more versatile. Obviously, it helps seeing the side and helps get to an extender or starter when you need to, and that is the reason why I think he decided to bring the prosperity over the Preparation of Rights. And actually, 2 really good one-offs from Foolish Burial, basically. And next we'll finish it off with the really powerful one-offs such as Foolish Burial in order to get to get the graveyard going, to fill the graveyard with different names, which is always helpful. And the Called by the Graveyard one-off, obviously, because basically draw stops completely the deck, and yeah, the Drytron player needed to have one way at least, one possibility to get one draw out of the way. The main deck will be rounded off by 2 cards, 2 Ghost Bell Haunted Mansion. This is a really strange choice because, it decided to play, apart from the 3 Herald of the Orange Light, the 2 Ghost Bells, which is really strange because I would have gone for, a little different choices, different things. The talents could be a little better because, 2 entraps won't change the strategy that much, won't change the effectiveness or the impact that could have in any sort of matchup. So I think it was a little bit of a weird choice, but this is what it is. And 2 Ghost Bells for the little entrap package will round off the main deck. Moving on to the extra deck, obviously we have Antis, 2 Herald of the Arc Light, because the first one needed for the comp, the second one is needed basically for follow-up. 1 Beatrice, 1 Zeus, 1 Down Earth in order to make Zeus, obviously. 1 Better Fafnir, and 1 Larrylusk Nightingale. I think the extra deck is pretty standard. My view on extra decks right now is that basically just there are just 2 or 3 spots left in each and every one of them, because strategies are right now so much reliant on the extra deck that yeah, each and every player could change 1 or maximum 2, a couple of things, but here's what it is. And he decided basically I was finished off with Bull Sword, IP, Appaloosa, obviously really good, Link Regal, and the Dragon package, which is really interesting. The 2 spots he had left, he just wanted to put the Dragon package, basically consuming a little bit of entrap space into the main deck, and using those 2 spots left in the extra, which is really good. I mean, I would have played different because I believe that it's not needed because the deck is pretty powerful, and not a lot of people playing actually Psycho Breeder that much these days, because that makes just draw, which is the worst possible scenario for Drytron players. I would have gone for a little bit of more going second cards such as talents and a little more entraps, cutting basically 1 field spell, 3 cards in the main for the Dragon package and the 2 belts. I've gone for 3 tactics, talents, and something else, 3 ashes, or 3 whatever. That could have gone basically a little better for me, but I'm not a player, and we will not judge what his decision were. And that rounds off the extra decks. As I said, pretty standard, obviously, because Drytron has a really tight extra deck. We cannot afford to put a little more than 2 or 3 techie choices inside. Now we'll move on to the side deck, which is pretty strange. A lot of 2 obs, which I don't personally like, because you either want to see a card or don't want it. So I would have gone for the completely opposite way, playing 3 copies of each. But he decided to play 2 Lanciers, 2 DECKLIST no more. One obviously DECKLIST no more is really good against established fields, which could be really difficult to deal with for Drytron going second, which is a pretty heavy reliant deck on rock paper scissors, because if Drytron goes second, it can suffer a lot from established fields and restrictions and negations, because it needs to get going, because it's not that powerful, it's not that consistent or explosive as it was before the PRIX ban list. And next we have a little too much of back row hate in the form of a 1 Happe Feather Duster, 2 Lightning Storms, and 2 Twin Twisters. I would have gone for the Cyclones personally, because I think they're really good against Sky Striker, which banishing 1 neutral, 1 engage is always good and can be chained. As a quick play spell, which is always good. And yeah, this is basically a little bit of back row hate. 3 evenly matched, which is nice. Next we have 3 evenly matched, and next he wants to add up a little bit of the spice with the Mega Phantom Beast, Aurora Dawn, the 1 Imperial Order, and the 1 World Decree. Basically the combo goes Beatrice sends a trap from the deck to the graveyard, and then Aurora Dawn tributes 3 monsters and can add a trap from the graveyard to the hand. So that was the little techie choice. Imperial Order is really good, because one of the most powerful 1-ups in the whole meta and the whole history, I would say. The 1 World Decree, I think it's a little wrong, because there are not that many trap decks. Obviously you can stop Revolt, which is always good, but I would have gone for something a little different. Basically I would have gone for Skillsray, or well, I don't know what I've basically could have gone for, but World Decree, I think it was pretty not needed, because not that many trap decks around there, and Twisters and Cyclone can deal with these things. Obviously Order is always good, and it's always the choice that you would have gone for when playing this strategy. And that rounds off the main and that rounds off the deck profile, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. We're sorry we couldn't have Felix for explaining the choices and the reasons that he decided to go through when building this deck, and why I didn't want to bring it to the final stages of the GRAAD Cup. But it's what it is. I hope you enjoyed my explanation, and I hope you would subscribe to the channel, activate the notification bell so you get notified whenever we put content out. I remember that we have all the top spots at the cup, all the deck lists, and 3 amazing interviews that are coming on your way. So stay tuned, guys. Obviously remember to check all links in the description down below. Share this video with all your friends, and comment down below what you think is right, what you think is wrong about this deck list, and how you would have changed for the better. As always, remember to stay tuned, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.